Hello and welcome to my kitchen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a sweet using bulgur wheat. And this sweet is called Laapsi and it's been requested many times, so let's get cooking. Now, when you're buying the bulgur wheat, make sure you get a medium grain. This recipe actually comes from my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law told me specifically not to get the bulgur wheat from an Indian shop, and she said go to a Turkish store and get their bulgur wheat. So I'm sure it must be much better than the Indian bulgur wheat. So there's a tip for you. So you're looking for the medium grain bulgur wheat. So you'll need 3/4 of a cup or 150 grams of bulgur wheat. Here I have 50 grams of ghee. Now it's just about a 1/4 cup, but I recommend that you weigh out your ingredients for this recipe so that it's more accurate. 2 pieces of cinnamon sticks. A 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons or 85 grams of granulated sugar. You'll need about 14 or 15 almonds weighing about 15 grams, and I'm gonna slice these up. A 1/2 teaspoon or 2.5 ml of ground up cardamom seeds, 1 teaspoon or 5 ml of aniseed, and if you like sultanas in your Laapsi, you can add some sultanas. I have just over a teaspoon worth of sultanas here. You'll also need about 2 cups of water, so put your kettle on. So when you're making Laapsi, you want a saucepan that has some height to it, and it's got to have a lid as well. Because what you're going to do is you're going to fry the Laapsi, make it really nice and golden brown. Then you're going to add hot water to it. And when you add the hot water, the steam is going to go everywhere. And you'll get some bubbles in there too, and you just don't want it to overflow. So make sure you have a pan like this. We're going to heat the pan up. And while I'm making the Laapsi, I'm going to keep the temperature on fairly low. So right now it's on the number 3. Then add the ghee to the pan. And it's a good idea to have the ghee melted so that you can measure it accurately. So while that's heating up, I'm also going to add the cinnamon sticks in there and just let that fry for a couple of minutes, because I want the ghee scented really well with the cinnamon. Now, if you really like cinnamon flavor, you can add another couple of sticks, it's fine, but I'm just adding 2 here. Okay, so this has been frying in here for a couple of minutes, and what I'm looking for is a scent of cinnamon in the ghee, and I can smell that now, so I'm gonna add the Laapsi in here, the bulgur wheat. So I'll be using the word Laapsi and bulgur wheat interchangeably. And we're going to fry this on low until it's really nice and brown. So I'm continuing to fry on low, and it's been about 5 to 7 minutes. It's turning a nice golden color. I'm going to let it cook a little bit more, and then we're going to add boiling hot water to this. So I'm going to turn the kettle on shortly. So just slice up your almonds into 3 pieces. It tastes good when it's chunky inside the Laapsi. Just watch your fingers though. Okay, so this is looking good. You can see the color is a nice kind of golden brown. It's not very, very brown, like a dark brown, but it's a nice golden brown. And this happens when you fry it on the lowest temperature that you have, and you stir it every now and then. So before I add my water, I'm going to add the aniseed and the sultanas, and I'm going to stir in the almonds that I chopped up. And I'm going to fry these in here for about a minute, and then I have my hot water here. I'm going to add 2 cups or 480 ml of hot boiling water. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Alright, now this is where the lid is going to come in handy. So be very careful, there's going to be a lot of steam coming up and a lot of bubbles, so pour it in very carefully. There we go. And then we're going to let this cook on the low temperature covered and let the magic happen. So I was asking my mother-in-law why do you get the Turkish bulgur wheat and not the bulgur wheat from the Indian shop? And she told me that the Laapsi that she's tasted when people buy it from the Indian shop, the Indian Laapsi it has a flavor in it, which is like, you know, it tastes like it's been sitting in a damp area and the flavor is just not very pleasant. With the Turkish Laapsi, it's a nice, the bulgur just is so tender once it's cooked and the flavor is very clean. So it takes up any like scents like the cinnamon and the cardamom and the ghee and all those flavors. It takes it up. And the flavor of the Laapsi is just so much better. So that's why I'm giving you that tip that my mother-in-law gave to me, is buy the Laapsi, the bulgur wheat, from a Turkish shop, not an Indian shop. All right, so this has been cooking for about less than 20 minutes. I'd say about 18 minutes. And you can see the water is just enough in there. I need to check to see if it's cooked before I add the sugar in here. And if it's not, then I can add more water if I need to, but otherwise it looks like it's cooking really well. So as I'm pressing it in my fingers, I can still feel like it's not cooked completely. If you can see, there's a little grain in the kernels, and you don't want that. You want it cooked really well. So I'm going to let this continue to cook covered for another few minutes, and let's see what happens. Okay, so the Laapsi's been cooking for an extra like 5 minutes, and it is starting to stick at the bottom. So I'm just going to check and see if it's completely cooked. So I'm going to take a grain or two in here and I'm going to press it. And it looks cooked. Now the thing you want to make sure is the Laapsi is completely cooked, because once you add the sugar, it's not going to cook anymore. So this looks good to me. Okay, and look at the texture of it. The texture looks lovely. All the grains are separate and just slightly covered with the glisten of the ghee, which is lovely. So now I'm going to add the sugar in here.